Welcome to Online Visibility through Strategic Networking. I'm Sigrid, Kaste, Global Networking and Visibility Strategist.
And I'm Lynnaire Johnston, Executive Visibility Strategist, and each week the two of us explore what it actually takes for senior professionals to become visible, recognised and trusted online.
Today, we're going to talk about why online visibility isn't working and how networking fixes it. Lynnaire, networking is the opportunity that I see for visibility. Visibility not working is something I've heard people say. They put out content and why is my content not working? I'm not visible. That's what I hear most often. How do you respond to that?
Well, it's exactly what I'm hearing as well, Sigrid. And I've been thinking about it as a visible but invisible problem. It's a good thing to put a label on, I think, to explain it really. So how this works is, as I'm seeing it, most professionals are active online. So they're posting, they're commenting, they're showing up, yet they're still not being recognised or approached. And the distinction to draw, I think, is between what we would call presence, just being there, and authority, being credible, because being seen isn't the same as being known for something, is it?
Absolutely. And this is where I think that networking is so valuable. When you are networking, particularly networking online, then you are verbally showcasing and positioning yourself. Now, I know that sounds a little bit marketing speak here, but that is really what we do in business, isn't it? We are showcasing. And when you are there live in an online room, then people can hear you, they can see you, they can ask you questions and you can respond, which goes way beyond the content only. And of course, people can get a real glimpse into who you are, and from the tone of your voice alone, trust can be created. Would you agree on that one?
I would absolutely agree, because of course we all know that people do business with people that they trust, and we're living in a world where there is much less trust around. And I think it's fair to say too that being online when you're publishing content, for example, it puts you into a broadcast mode, but it doesn't build those relationships that happens when you are networking. I really think that networking creates the two-way conversations that turn passive followers into active advocates. So people who refer you, who recommend you and remember you, the people that are actually going to bring you business. So doing just content on its own, I don't think that's going to work anymore. I think that that's where the networking has a real impact.
I love how you said active, because active referrals is a point in networking that people are looking for, that like to be referred. And it is not a passive component. I like that word active you just used. Networking and being referred means you yourself have to be active as well. And that component helps you in visibility, because when people do refer you, obviously your visibility spreads much further. Their other person's network, you don't know how large it is. You don't know who exactly is in there. So getting to know in networking other people, and anywhere from in the world. For example, my focus is on the global connections, as you know, and we are in a global world today. So networking really offers that opportunity, in my thinking, to get the visibility spread out further and have the trust component with it, and have that opportunity of being referred, which a lot of people focus on very much, and yet they seem to be struggling with that component. And then they look at visibility and all the other components that they put out there, but networking is often not seen in the same light.
No, and that's true. So I would describe networking as a visibility multiplier. And the reason that I say that is because just one strategic relationship can expose you to an entirely new audience faster than months of posting when visibility might not be great. So the point here, I think, is that networking doesn't replace content. I would never suggest that, but it does amplify it, because your network shares and validates what you put out. So I see networking and content going hand in hand, Sigrid. But I these days really think that content doesn't work on its own. It needs that networking as, what I say, a visibility multiplier.
That is such a great point that you make with that. And I really like the wording you're using there, visibility multiplier. Doesn't that sound fantastic? Now, if we are looking at online visibility not working, let's put that into the sidebar and say it's not working because you're only doing one thing, just putting out content. Sure, you can create a certain amount of trust by lots of content, lots of time, but it is that networking where you are naturally out there and you are able to pose questions, answer questions, speak in your own voice, showcase who you are, what exactly your expertise is, where it lies, particularly when you're doing that with a global audience. You'll get very different responses and opportunities to speak on your expertise. And I think an important point and how networking fixes online visibility to work for you is online you can be in a room with lots of different people. You can really make a difference sharing your insights. And I think the important things for online networking, to get referrals if that's what you're looking for, but ultimately to really make a difference for your online visibility, is that you do connect with everybody who's there in the online room with you. You do follow up with them and create a conversation, which is what your point of visibility multiplier for me points to, Lynnaire. So really, I think that is absolutely the point about it all. If today's conversation gave you one thing to think about or try, we would really love to hear about it in the comments.
And if you found this useful, share it with a colleague who's navigating the same questions about visibility. That's exactly the kind of networking that builds recognition.